Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now, before we get into the show, first off, man, if you haven't done this already, man, what are you waiting for, man? Hit the thumbs up. Hit the thumbs up, and if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. And right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video will come out because I'm here each and every single week. So make sure you hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new here, hit the subscribe button. And then next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. You click on that bell. And when you click on that bell, you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded. And one last thing. Don't forget to be awesome. So yeah, don't forget to be awesome. And yeah, man, sit back, chillax, grab something to eat, grab something to drink because you're watching the Ryan Awesome Show. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Ryan Awesome, and welcome to the Ryan Awesome Show. Now today on the Ryan Awesome Show, I'll be talking about Impact Wrestling for November the 4th, 2021. Now, man, with tonight's show, it was fine for what it was, man. But man, I could not focus on it. Could not focus on tonight's show because of the WWE releases that we got in today, man. Later on tonight, and I couldn't concentrate. I couldn't concentrate on watching Impact Wrestling just based off of the releases, man. Like the releases came out of nowhere. Like right before Impact started, it just came out of nowhere. And like the releases kept coming down, like the releases kept coming out, like left and right, people were getting fired. And so yeah, man, I was wondering, man, like, dude, like what the hell is going on around here? That's what I was wondering. I was like, man, what is going on around here? And then we got the names of the people that were released. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, man, were the bigger names, man. And Scarlett, Mia Yim, and those were shocking ones, man. But I'm gonna talk about more of the releases at the end of the show, man. But yeah, I tried my best, man. I tried my best to pay attention to Impact Wrestling, but I couldn't, man. I could not. But as far as the show goes, we did have some great matches on the show. I enjoyed the opening segment, or not the opening segment. I enjoyed the opening match, that Fatal 4-Way X Division #1 Contenders match, and the main event, of course, was really good. I was looking forward to that match, that main event match. So yeah, that was pretty much the only things that I cared about on the show. But yeah, man, overall, man, could not concentrate, could not focus on the show because of the releases. And so yeah, man, so yeah. And yeah, man, so that's pretty much Impact Wrestling, man. That was Impact Wrestling. And yeah, for November the 4th, 2021 on The Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, I say this in my intro all the time. If you haven't done this already, man, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching The Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you're the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded because I'm here each and every single week, man. I'm here on Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite. I'm here for Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, of course. Fridays for AEW Rampage. And then Saturdays and Sundays are for our pay-per-views, man. WWE pay-per-views, Impact Wrestling pay-per-views, and AEW pay-per-views. So yeah, man, so I'm here. We started off the show with the Fatal 4-Way #1 Contenders X Division title match. And so it was Steve Maclin versus Rohit Raju with Raj Singh in his corner versus Laredo Kid versus Black Taurus with Crazy Steve in his corner. So yeah, man, one of the best matches on this show was this match right here, man. We had Raju and Laredo Kid. They were going after each other. So the two smaller guys in the match went right after each other. And so we had Maclin and Taurus, the bigger guys in this match. They went right after Laredo Kid and Raju. and then they started to go after each other. Taurus and Maclin did was some really nice stuff between those two. And so yeah, man, we had a tope suicida, man, to Maclin from Raju, and we had a tope torpedo to Maclin and Raju from Black Taurus, and we had an outside moonsault to everybody from Laredo Kid, and then we had a pop up Samoan drop to Maclin from Taurus. So Taurus, he almost botched it. He almost botched that pop up Samoan drop. And so Laredo Kid, he had broke up the pin with a swanton bomb or a diving splash. I think, which one was it? I think it was the swanton bomb. And yeah, we had a over the top rope outside Hurricane Rana to Taurus from Laredo Kid, a tope suicida to Taurus from Maclin, which was really impressive, man. The speed that he got off of that tope suicida, man. A guy his size, man, going that fast off of that tope suicida, man, was really good, man. Really impressive. And so yeah, man. So we had a Mikinotu driver to Raju from Laredo Kid to win the match, man. So the Laredo Kid wins the match and is the #1 contender for the X Division Championship. And so right after the match, man, we had Trey Miguel. We had Trey Miguel, the X Division champion. He came out to the ring and he shook Laredo Kid's hand. And so right after that, man, Steve Maclin, he attacked both Trey Miguel and the Laredo Kid. And then Miguel and Laredo Kid, they fought off Steve Maclin, so they double teamed Maclin. And so yeah, man, so that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it. Great match to start off the show. And this match right here, man, this was very fast paced, man. I could not take notes in this match. And yeah, man, and Laredo Kid versus Trey Miguel should be really great, man. Should be a really great match at Turning Point, man. And so yeah, man, so that was it with the match, man. And so right after that, man, we had Gia Miller. She interviews Madison Rayne with Kaleb in her corner.
Madison Rayne, later on tonight, you'll have the opportunity to become only the 3rd knockout in history to win the Knockouts World title 6 times. And you'll be facing off against an opponent you're extraordinarily familiar with in Mickie James. But given how much has changed since the last time you two faced off, is it safe to say that this is a completely different challenge?
Gia, it doesn't matter if the challenge is different. Mickie and I have stood across the ring from each other in a number of different circumstances. In cage matches, last knockout standing matches. I was the last knockout standing, by the way. But to your point, a lot has changed. However, one thing has remained the same. When I challenge for the Knockouts World Championship, historically, I walk away as champion.
And Mickie, don't think I forgot how you disrespected me. After Madison takes your title, I'm gonna get that clap back for how you smacked me last week.
Oh, wait, I do have one more question. Sorry. I've heard that you're supposed to host Locker Room Talk tonight, and you'll be interviewing the Inspiration. Is that going to get in the way of your pre-match preparation?
Gia, I have literally no idea what you're talking about. Let's go.
Fact check. False.
So yeah, man. So that was it with that. So of course that was a match that was later for the Impact Knockouts Championship. And so yeah, man. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Gia Miller. She interviews Ace Austin and Madman Fulton. They were both backstage, and Ace Austin, he was bragging about beating Chris Sabin last week, and Ace Austin, he had a T-shirt that said "I beat Chris Sabin," and he wanted Gia Miller to read the shirt and all that stuff. And so she read the shirt and she said, "I beat Chris Sabin," and so Ace Austin, he was like, "No, you didn't. I did. I beat Chris Sabin." So I can only say that. And so yeah, so Fulton he talked too, and so Fulton he had said that tonight he's gonna pick apart Chris Sabin tonight. And so yeah, so that was a match that was made later on tonight against Chris Sabin and Madman Fulton. The winner of that match was a surprise to nobody. And so yeah, man, so that was it, man. That was it with that. And so yeah, so right after that, man, we had Violent by Design. So we had Eric Young, Diener, and Joe Doering. So they came out to the ring, and Eric Young, the leader of Violent by Design, he spoke. And Young, he was dressed in his ring gear, so it looked like he had a match. He was about to have a match. So Eric Young, he spoke for his first match back on Impact Wrestling.
I'm going to build a monument of violence that humanity will live in the shadow of for generations. That monument
And so we had somebody that came out, a local competitor. His name was Vidal. And so he came out, he spoke to Eric Young.
Now, it sounds like some people here know who you are. And why don't you tell everyone what your name is?
My name is Vidal.
So, Jay, tell me, where are you from, Jay?
Right here in Las Vegas, Nevada.
Now, I'm gonna guess something. This is your first time on television.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Now, Jay, are you excited?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're excited, Jay. I can feel your energy, which is a dead giveaway that you're sick.
Uh-oh.
That you have the disease. But Jay, I want you to know something. I have the cure for that.
And so yeah, man. So yeah, that was it. And so we got into the match. So Eric Young versus Vidal. And so yeah, man. So this is an absolute squash match, man. We had a power bomb to Vidal, followed up by a power driver, man. A beautiful power driver. Man, when Eric Young hit that power driver on Vidal, man, Vidal had bounced up like a ping pong ball. So yeah, that was nice, man. Great sell, man. Great sell job from Vidal. So therefore, Eric Young wins the match, and that was it, man. That was it with the match. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had a backstage segment with the IInspiration. That's Jessie, Mckay, and Cassie Lee, the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions. They were scheduled to do an interview and a locker room talk, as they mentioned earlier, but nobody was there. But yeah, the IInspiration, they showed up, and Madison Rayne and Kaleb wasn't there. And so yeah, so the IInspiration, they ran into the K. They were there, so the K was in the room, and so they were showing up in different places. And so yeah, and every time the IInspiration they went somewhere, the K was always there. And so yeah, the IInspiration, they had left the room. And so right after they left the room, they had like a writing on a mirror. And yeah, they had like a red writing on the mirror that said Turning Point. And so that was it, man. So the K, they want their rematch. They want their rematch for their Knockouts Tag Team Championships at Turning Point. And so yeah, man. So that was pretty much it with that, man. Pretty much it. And yeah, we all know who's gonna win. The IInspiration is gonna win. You just put the championships on them, and you're not gonna have them beat the IInspiration. Now, this is what I said, man. The IInspiration, they never shouldn't have gotten a tag team title match to begin with. You could have just kept those titles on Decay and had the IInspiration build up some wins first, and then you send them after the titles. But yeah, man, right after they lose to the IInspiration, then who's next? Who's next after them? So yeah, man. So yeah, so right after that, man, we had Gia Miller. She interviews the IInspiration, the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, during a commercial break. And so yeah, man, she interviewed them during a commercial break, and they were talking about everything that just happened just now with them seeing the K.
We saw ghosts. Don't mind her. She's just a little bit dehydrated.
You're not dehydrated. I get it. If Decay want a rematch, I would want a rematch too. I totally get it. I'm not here to be a ghostbuster, though.
Well, if you're not fond of creepy characters within the Knockouts division, I would avoid Kim and Brandy for sure.
Kim and Brandy.
The undead bridesmaids.
Undead. Okay.
No, undead. Like, if you want to fight ghosts, you got to fight ghosts with ghosts. So hypothetically, if I were to stay away from the ghost, where would I stay away from?
Well, when they're not in the undead realm, they're usually lurking in the dark corners of the building. Typically.
We're not going in dark corners. Okay. We're going in the dark corners.
Okay.
And so yeah, man, that was it with that. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had the Good Brothers. We had the Good Brothers, who are the Impact Tag Team Champions. That's Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson versus FinJuice. So that's David Finlay and Juice Robinson. So yeah, man, this match was a waste of time, man. This match was a waste of time. So yeah, man. Yeah, first FinJuice they took control of the match, and then the Good Brothers they took control of the match, and then Finlay. We had a hot tag to Finlay. He took out Anderson and Gallows. He had an Irish Curse backbreaker to Anderson. And then Finlay hit a diving crossbody to Gallows. And so to end the match, man, we had the Bullet Club. They interfered in the match. They interfered in the match, causing a no contest. And so they attacked both FinJuice and the Good Brothers with dick shots. So they literally, they used the championship belts and they hit them in the dick with their championship belts. And Phantasmo was punching everybody in the dick. And so yeah, man. So that was it. So no contest. So this is a waste of time. And so yeah, man. So yeah, right after that, man, we had Gia Miller. She interviews Johnny Swinger, and Johnny Swinger, he was backstage. Last week I had called him Jimmy Swinger by mistake. Johnny Swinger, and he was backstage. He was trying to sell some items so he can buy a casino. And so Hernandez had came up, and I guess he wanted to take out the demon. He wanted to go after the demon, and so that was pretty much it. And so Johnny Swinger had walked along with Hernandez. And so yeah, so that was pretty much it with that, man. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had FinJuice. They were backstage and they were upset. They were upset about everything that happened in that tag team match against the Good Brothers.
Every time. Good Brothers. Guess what was gonna happen next, Good Brothers? You were gonna lose to FinJuice, and we would have earned our way back to the tag team championships. But no! More Bullet Club bullcrap. That's what that was. Bullet Club, get out of here, all right? This is about the championships. This is about us, Scott. Getting back to the championships. You see it happen weekend and
Guys, I feel you. I know you bring up some legitimate gripes. The fact is, you deserve to get your hands on the Bullet Club. Yeah. As for the tag team titles, I think we'll find out. And the way to find out if that's what you deserve, next week, I'll let you get your hands on the Bullet Club. You guys square off, and the winner moves on for a tag team title shot. And next week, there will be a winner.
Okay. Great. Perfect. Thank you.
Well done,
law and order around here.
So yeah, that was it, man. That was it with that, man. We already seen it, man. Bullet Club versus FinJuice, we already saw it. Everybody already gotten their opportunity for the tag team titles. So yeah, they already did. And then we already had a number one contenders match. We basically had the same match the last time. We had the same match the last time. It was a number one contenders match. And so yeah, man. So yeah, I don't know, man. They need some more tag teams, man. They need some more tag teams in Impact. It's the same teams going after the titles. And so yeah, man. So yeah, we were seeing a rematch next week, man. Rematch for next week. And so yeah, man. So yeah, the Bullet Club don't deserve a title match. They lost. They got pinned at Bound for Glory for that triple threat tag team title match. So they don't deserve a title match. But yeah, man. But FinJuice, I guess, yeah, FinJuice is the only team. So it should be the Good Brothers versus FinJuice. But we seen a match over and over and over again. Like when is this match gonna end? But yeah, man, that was it, man. That was it. But yeah, man. So next week's gonna be FinJuice versus the Bullet Club, and the winner of that match will be number one contenders for the Impact Tag Team Championships. And so yeah, man. So right after that, man, we had the Impact Knockouts Championship match. And so it was Madison Rayne with Kaleb in her corner versus Mickie James, who is the Impact Knockouts champion. And so yeah, man. So Mickie James, she had a running boot to Rayne, and then Kaleb got involved in this match multiple times. And so he and James, they were playing tug of war with Madison Rayne. Madison Rayne trying to run out of the ring or slide out of the ring, and so Mickie James had grabbed her by a foot, and so Kaleb tried to pull Madison Rayne out of the ring, so they're playing tug of war. And so at that point, he should have been ejected. He should have been ejected from ringside because he physically got involved in the match. And so yeah, man, we had a flapjack to Rayne, and then Kaleb knocked James off of the top rope behind the referee's back. And so Rayne, she had locked in a version of the cattle mutilation submission move to James, or the cattle mutilation to James. And so James, she started to fight back. Started to kick Rayne over and over and over again. And so Kaleb, he had got on a ring apron once again for a distraction. So this is his second time getting involved in the match. And so yeah, we had a ripcord into a cutter to James, and she kicks out. And then Kaleb tried to get involved again. So this is his third time getting involved in this match. And then, you know, at one point he tried to slap Mickie James in the face, but he accidentally slapped the ring post because Mickie James had moved out of the way. So yeah, I thought that was funny, man. I thought that was really funny. And so yeah, James, she had threw Kaleb into the steel steps ass first. And so yeah, man. So to end the match, man, we had a diving Luthez press to Madison Rayne to win the match. So therefore, Mickie James wins the match and is still the Impact Knockouts champion. So yeah, man, match was fine. It was a fine match, but I could have done without the interferences, man. So right after the match, man, we had Mercedes Martinez. We had Mercedes Martinez, who is the winner of the Knockouts Knockdown tournament, and she is also the #1 contender for the Knockouts championship because she won the Knockouts tournament, the Knockouts Knockdown tournament, which granted her #1 contender spot for the Knockouts championship.
Congrats, and congrats. Much respect to you, Chica. We go a long way, so you will always have that for me, always and forever. Oh. Every time people put you down, you step up to the plate and level up like no one has ever seen you do before. But I'm not here to praise you. I'm not, unfortunately. Much respect. But while you're looking in the back for challengers, your next challenger is standing right in front of you.
Uh-oh.
Let me remind you that I won that Knockouts Knockdown tournament. And this OG badass will see you at Turning Point.
And so yeah, man, so that was it, man. So it's gonna be Mickie James versus the winner of the Knockouts Knockdown tournament, Mercedes Martinez at Turning Point. So yeah, that should be good, man. Would have been also great with Deonna Purrazzo versus Mercedes Martinez. But yeah, man, should be really good. Should be a really good match at Turning Point. And so yeah, man, so that was it, man. That was it with that. So yeah, so right after that, man, we had the IInspiration there Backstage once again, who are the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions. That's Jessie, Mckay, and Cassie Lee. And they ran into the Undead Bridesmaid backstage.
I feel like this is a dark enough area that they would be.
I just don't know why we're here.
Oh
my gosh. Okay.
Does that look like an undead bridesmaid to you?
Okay, I'll ask. Excuse me. Are you the undead bridesmaids we've heard so much about?
Have you come for Mother?
No. We were looking for you. We've heard lovely things about you both.
We've got a ghost problem.
Okay. What she means to say is, would you be interested in facing Decay next week on the IInspiration's behalf?
Mother always wants more fresh souls.
Okay. Was that a yes?
Now, do you believe in ghosts?
Maybe.
So yeah, man, so that was it. So next week is gonna be the Undead Bridesmaids versus Decay next week. So yeah. And yeah, right after that, man, we had Gia Miller. She interviews Josh Alexander, Eddie Edwards, and Matt Cardona backstage for their 6-man tag team match, or their trios match, whatever the hell you want to call it. Same difference.
Josh Alexander, Eddie Edwards, Matt Cardona. The fallout from Bound for Glory is still fresh. And tonight, the three of you will be teaming up for the very first time. Are you feeling confident in your ability to get the job done against a team as formidable as Moose, W. Morrissey, and Minoru Suzuki?
We all want the same thing. Not necessarily for the same reasons. Minoru Suzuki's one of the hardest hitters in the history of this business. W. Morrissey, one of the biggest and strongest in this company's history. But Moose, nothing is gonna take my focus off of you. The image is burned in my mind. You practically ripped that title out of my...
Hey.
Calm down, man.
Relax, I feel your pain. I know what you're going through. Hey, you beat Christian, but what he said was right. You can't let your emotions get in your head. Don't let them get in your way. I know what you're going through. Moose screwed you out of title. I get that. Moose involved your family. I get that. He's laid his hands on my wife. He's tried to end my career on multiple occasions. So the fact that we're on the same team and I feel sympathy for you, that changes nothing. We both want the same thing.
Hey, we all want the same thing. And we all want Moose, but tonight, it's Morrissey, Suzuki, and Moose. We gotta stick together. We gotta focus and kick their ass.
Tonight we're on the same page. Whatever happens next, happens next.
Hey, yeah, man, that was it, man. And so, yeah, that was it with that. So, of course, that was the main event. That's trios match. And so, yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had Madman Fulton with Ace Austin in his corner versus Chris Sabin. And so, yeah, man, so Sabin, he used his speed against Fulton. Tilt the World head scissors to Fulton to knock him out of the ring. And then Fulton, he had caught Sabin in midair off a tope, and he chokeslammed Sabin onto the ring apron. And we had a second rope clothesline to Sabin, and then we had a snake eyes to Sabin. And then a PK kick to Fulton, followed up by over the top rope splash to Fulton. And so Sabin, he started to fight back. He had an insecurity kick to Fulton. And then we had a Fulton, he had hit a torture rack face buster to Sabin, and he kicks out. And so to end the match, man, we had a tornado DDT. A tornado DDT turned into a small package to Fulton to win the match. So therefore, Chris Sabin wins the match. So yeah, man, just like what I said before, you know, the winner of this match was a surprise to nobody. There was no way that Chris Sabin was gonna lose 2 weeks in a row. 2 weeks in a row. And plus he's feuding with Ace Austin. So you want him to look good in this feud by having him win. And so yeah, man, so yeah. And so, yeah, that was pretty much it with that, man. Now, before we get into the main event, let's talk about next week's show. And, yeah, talk about next week's show and the matches that are announced for Turning Point. And so, yeah, man, so Turning Point is going to be November the 20th. So that's not next week, but the week after the next. And so, yeah, man, so yeah, it's going to be for the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Championship match is going to be the Inspiration. That's Jessie, Mckay, and Cassie Lee, who are the Impact Knockouts Tag Team Champions, versus Decay, Havoc, and Rosemary. And also, we have the X Division Championship match at Turning Point. It's going to be Trey Miguel versus Laredo Kid. So, Trey Miguel, current X Division Champion, versus Laredo Kid. And also, we have the Knockouts Championship match. And it's going to be Mickie James, who is the Impact Knockouts Champion, versus Mercedes Martinez. And also, we have for next week, not next week, but well, next week, but it's going to be on Impact Plus. It's going to be Jordan Grace versus John Skyler for the Digital Media Championship. So Jordan Grace is the Digital Media Champion versus John Skyler. And now for next week's show is going to be the Undead Bridesmaids. That's Brandy Lauren and Kimberly versus Decay. That's Havoc and Rosemary. And also next week we have a number one contenders match. Number one contenders tag team championship match is going to be the Bullet Club, Chris Bay and Hikuleo versus FinJuice. So that's David Finlay and Juice Robinson next week. And so yeah, man, so that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it for next week and the Turning Point card. And so yeah, man, so right after that, man, we had the main event. And it was the 6-man tag team match. Moose, who is the Impact World Champion, W. Morrissey and Minoru Suzuki versus Eddie Edwards, Matt Cardona, always ready Matt Cardona, and Josh Alexander in a trios match. So yeah, man, also one of the best matches on this show. So yeah, man, we had Alexander and Moose. They started off, but Moose, he tagged in Suzuki instead. And so Suzuki and Alexander, they started off the match, and they were going back and forth with strikes. And then Moose and Edwards, they were going back and forth too. And so we had a tope suicida to Moose from Edwards, and then Moosey accidentally took out Morrissey. And then we had an armbar on the ropes to Cardona from Suzuki. And then the heels took control of the match. And then Suzuki and Cardona were going back and forth for strikes. And we had a hot tag to Edwards, but the referee didn't see it. So the referee had told Edwards to get back into his corner. And we had a code breaker to Morrissey from Cardona. Shades of Chris Jericho right there. Le Champion. And so we had a hot tag to Alexander. He took out Moose. And we had a German suplex to Moose from Alexander. And a fireman's carry senton bomb to Morrissey from Alexander. And then Edwards and Alexander, they double team Morrissey. And we had a Blue Thunder bomb to Morrissey from Edwards. And then at that point, everybody was in the ring. They were going back and forth. And Suzuki hit a gotch power driver to Alexander. And then we had a big boot, man. We had a big boot to Edwards while Eddie Edwards, he tried to go for a move. And to end the match, man, we had a power bomb. We had a power bomb to Edwards, kind of like the last ride. So it was a last ride power bomb from Morrissey to win the match. So therefore, W. Morrissey, Moose, and Minoru Suzuki wins the match. So that was pretty much it with the match, man. That was it with the match. Really good match, man. Probably one of the best matches on the show, man. This match, this main event match, and the opening match on the show were the two matches that stood out to me on tonight's show. And so, yeah, man, so that was pretty much it, man. That was pretty much it with Impact Wrestling, man. Tonight's show, it was fine. It was fine for what it was, man. It was fine for what it was. But if I had to choose, like, the highlight of the show, it's going to be these two matches. These two matches, man. The opening match and main event. So, yeah, man. But overall, man, I could not focus on the show, man. Could not focus on the show because of those releases that just happened earlier. But, yeah, man. I'm gonna talk about that in a little bit, man. But, yeah, man. The releases, man. The WWE releases, man. 18 people, man. 18 people to be exact were released today. Were released today, man. Before Impact Wrestling even started. And so, yeah, I'm gonna talk about it, man. Let's go over these names that were released. And so, yeah. So we had, let's see. We had from Raw. We had Raw people released. We had SmackDown people released and NXT people released. And so, yeah, from Monday Night Raw, we had Eva Marie, Grand Metalik, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Lindsay Dorado, and Nia Jax from Monday Night Raw. And from SmackDown, we had B-Fab, Mia Yim, who we haven't even seen yet, man, on TV. And then from NXT, we had Ember Moon. We had Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, Katrina Cortez, Oni Lorcan, Jessie Kamea, Jeet Rama. I don't know who that is. Zeta Ramier, Scarlett, and Trey Baxter. And also, we had another person released, but this person wasn't even a part of the brand. He wasn't even a part of a brand, and that was Harry Smith, or David Hart Smith, whatever you want to call him. So, yeah, he was also released, too. And so, yeah, man. So, yeah, Karrion Kross and Keith Lee and Scarlett and Mia Yim, they shocked me the most. Definitely Keith Lee. Keith Lee shocked me the most, man, with him being released. Because it looked like they were just starting to push him. It looked like they was just starting to push him. Not in the good way, though. Not in the good way. But they were starting to push him on Monday Night Raw. And he was on Monday Night Raw. He was on Monday Night Raw last week. That was the last time I saw him, was on Monday Night Raw last week. And so, yeah, man. So, and they named him Bearcat Lee or something like that. And so, yeah. Man, they are out of their minds, dude. They are out of their minds stupid for letting somebody like a Keith Lee go. Or a Karrion Kross go. Like former NXT champions, man, you let go. You just willingly let them go. Like you don't care. You don't care about who you release. You don't value your talent. You don't value them. You don't know nothing about your talent. You don't know what talent they have. Like you don't never use them. You don't never use them to their best. And you do something like this, man. You do something like this. You first off, you have them sign a contract, and then you release them from their contracts. Oh, budget cuts. That's the thing. That's the same excuse they made up last time. Was budget cuts. No, it wasn't no budget cuts, man. It wasn't no budget cuts. You found no value into them. You found no value in them, and you just released them. You have all the money in the world, and you want to talk about budget cuts, man? You want to talk about budget cuts? If you want to get rid of budget cuts, there are other things you could do. There are other things you could do besides letting people go. I don't know, man. I really don't know. I really don't know, bro. So, yeah, Eva Marie, the last time she was on TV, she got taken out by Shayna Baszler. Grand Metalik, Lindsay Dorado got released. Keith Lee, Karrion Kross. You ain't do nothing with Karrion Kross, man. And like, dude, we just had a draft. We just had a draft, and you releasing these people. You releasing these people. You releasing talent when you need talent. Like, dude, you releasing all these people. Man, and then B-Fab, Nia Jax, I was shocked too that Nia Jax got released because, you know, she's Samoan. She's a part of the Anoa'i family. And so you would think that she'll be protected by all this, but she wasn't. She wasn't protected. So yeah, man. So Nia Jax got released. B-Fab got released. B-Fab from Hit Row got released. You release Hit Row. You release one of your main stars in Hit Row, the female in Hit Row, who was probably one of the best parts in the group. You got rid of her. You fired her. You fired her, bro. For what? Mia Yim. We haven't even seen Mia Yim yet, man. Since her breakup from Retribution, we haven't even seen her yet. I don't even think she was drafted on it. Well, I think she was drafted on the show. I know. I don't think she was a part of the draft, but they moved her to SmackDown. But Mia Yim, we haven't even seen her yet. We haven't even seen her shine on the main roster yet. And you let her go. So yeah, Ember Moon was on NXT. Man, Ember Moon, another shocking name that was released. Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, another one too. Oni Lorcan, Katrina Cortez, Jessie Kamea, Jeet Rama, Zeta Ramier, Scarlett, Karrion Kross, and Scarlett. You messed up with them. You guys could have made money with Scarlett and Karrion Kross, man. Like your first mistake was calling him up. Your first mistake was calling him up and having him lose, and then stripping him away from Scarlett. And then you changed him up. You changed him completely up. You changed his ring gear. You changed his entrance and all that stuff. You got rid of everything that made him special. And you took it all away from him. Oh, because you thought he was going to outshine somebody on the main roster. It wasn't your creation, so that's why you got rid of him. Or that's why you altered him. You changed him and all that. Man, they are idiots, man. I swear, they are the biggest idiots that walk on this planet Earth. I swear on all things that are freaking holy in this world. They are the dumbest people that walk on this planet Earth. To let somebody like a Keith Lee go or a Karrion Kross go. Man. But yeah. Yeah, Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, Katrina Cortez. Like, first off, with Frankie Monet, she was in NXT. First off, her husband is on the main roster. John Morrison is on the main roster. I believe they were in the UK. They were in the UK doing live events. And to hear this, his wife got fired. His wife got fired while this guy is in the UK competing on the tour. So yeah, that gotta suck. That gotta suck for him that his wife had got fired, man. But yeah, man. Frankie Monet, and then you released Jessie Kamea too, also a member of the Robert Stone brand. So you released two members of the Robert Stone brand, and then you released a member of Hit Row. So now it's just Isaiah Swerve Scott, Ashante Diadonis, and Top Dollar. What about B-Fab? B-Fab held that group together, man. We needed that female presence in that group, and you got rid of her. Man, oh my God, man. Like, dude, it just like, dude, the decisions that they make is freaking mind-boggling to me, dude. Like, dude, it's like they don't think. They don't think before they act. Like, dude, every decision that they make, it affects somebody else. It affects somebody else. Like the firings, dude, the decisions that they made, it affected everybody else, man. People legitimately, they moved. They moved from one place. They uproot their family and to move to Florida to be a part of WWE, and only for you to fire them. You fired them, so they had to move somewhere else. Like the same thing happened with Brandy Lauren. The same thing happened to Brandy Lauren when she was a part of WWE. She had just moved in. She had just moved into Florida, or Orlando, Florida, a place in Orlando, Florida, and then she got fired, and she had to move again. She had to move again when she already just moved. She had moved into a new place only to move again. That freaking sucks, dude. That freaking sucks. Like, first off, like you have these people sign a contract. You have them sign a contract, and it's not even guaranteed either, man. It's not even guaranteed because you released them from their contracts. You released them from their contracts. Bro, oh my God, dude. You know how many people that they released this entire year, man? It is a long list. It is a long list. I'm going to read it to you guys, man. I'm about to read it to you guys right now. in 2021 altogether. A lot of people that they released the entire year. So yeah, man, let's go over everybody that they released. Everybody that they released this year, man, 2021. In 2021, WWE released Bobby Fish, Mercedes Martinez, Leon Ruff, Tyler Rust, Bronson Reed, Jake Atlas, Ari Sterling, Kona Reeves, Zachariah Smith, Asher Hale, Giant Zangier, Stephon Smith, Desmond Troy, Bray Wyatt, Chase Parker, Matt Martell, Killian Dane, Marina Shafir, Arturo Ruas, Kurt Stallion, Sunil Singh, Samir Singh, Lars Sullivan, Steve Cutler, Andrade El Idolo, Billy Kay, Peyton Royce, Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe, he came back though. But still, you still released him though. Kalisto, Chelsea Green, Mickey James, Tucker, Bo Dallas, Mojo Rawley, Wesley Blake, Jessamine Duke, Kavita Devi, Vanessa Bourne, Skylar Story, Ezra Judge, Alexander Wolf, Velveteen Dream, Braun Strowman, Lana, Buddy Murphy, Aleister Black, Ruby Riott, August Gray, Arya Davari, Tony Nese, Tyler Breeze, Fandango, Santana Garrett, Tino Sabatelli, and now Nia Jax, Eva Marie, Mia Yim, Harry Smith, Keith Lee, Karrion Kross, Lindsay Dorado, Grand Metalik, Jeet Rama, Katrina Cortez, Trey Baxter, Zyda Ramier, Jesse Kamea, B-Fab, Oni Lorcan, Ember Moon, Frankie Monet, and Scarlett Bordeaux. Dude, how many people is that? How many people is that I just counted? I don't even know. I don't even know. That's a lot. What, I gotta be like, what, 50, 60, 70? I don't even know, man. That's a lot of people that you released this entire year, and you still have budget cuts. You still have budget cuts. Oh my God, man. These people are so freaking ridiculous, man. I swear, man. They freaking ridiculous. But yeah, man. Now, all these releases, man. They're gonna be fine. They're gonna be fine. It is WWE's loss and somebody else's gain. I can see most of these releases that got released today. I can see most of them in Impact Wrestling. But I can see a few in AEW or New Japan. But yeah, man. Keith Lee for sure. Keith Lee for sure is going to AEW. I know that for a fact, man. Keith Lee is going to AEW for sure. I'll send. Who else would I send? I'll send Keith Lee to AEW. I'll send Ember Moon to AEW too. I'll send Scarlett and Karrion Kross to AEW too. Or you can send them back to Impact. But they're better than Impact. I'll send Karrion Kross and Scarlett to AEW. Harry Smith, you can send him back to New Japan. Mia Yim could go along to AEW too. You know, spicing up that women's division too. And Frankie Monet, she can go back to Impact Wrestling. But she accomplished a lot in Impact Wrestling. I could see her go somewhere else. She could probably go to AEW as well. Jessica Kamea could probably go to Impact. Katrina Cortez can probably go to Impact. G Rama could go to Impact. Or, you know, MLW. You know, there's other companies too. Oni Lorcan, I could probably see him in Impact too. Trey Baxter can probably go back to Impact. That was the last place he was at before he came to WWE. Zyda Ramier, I can see her in Impact too. Scarlett, of course, her and Karrion Kross is a package deal, so they're going to AEW. B-Fab, I don't know where the hell she's going to go. Probably to Impact. Grand Metalik and Lindsay Dorado, they could probably go to AAA, or they could probably go to Impact Wrestling. They'll kill in the X Division. Karrion Kross, of course, I said AEW. Harry Smith, New Japan Pro Wrestling. Nia Jax, I don't know, and I don't care. I really don't care about Nia Jax. But yeah, but it sucks though. It sucks that she lost her job. But yeah, Eva Marie, same thing. Don't care about Eva Marie. Never did. But, you know, sucks that she lost her job as well. But they'll probably end up in Impact too. Keith Lee and Mia Yim, they're going to AEW. And that's it, man. That's what I would do with the releases that we got today. But yeah, man. But yeah, some of these people, they got a 30-day no-compete clause. They got a 30-day no-compete clause. I think the NXT talent got it. And I think Scarlett, she had a 30-day no-compete clause too, because I think she was never a part of the main roster. She wasn't officially a part of the main roster. Karrion Kross, he probably have a 90-day no-compete clause. Anybody on the main roster have a 90-day no-compete clause. They have a 90-day no-compete clause. That's how it always been. But people from NXT that got released, they usually have the 30-day no-compete clause. So, yeah, man. But, yeah, the same thing happened with Malachi Black. He was a part of the main roster, and he had a 30-day no-compete clause. He had to wait 30 days instead of the 90 days. Something went on in his contract, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know how the contracts are, but that's how it always been. If you were on the main roster, you had a 90-day no-compete clause. If you were in NXT, you had a 30-day no-compete clause. And so yeah, man. So yeah, man. That's all I have to say about the releases, man. It sucks, man. It sucks that these people lost their jobs, man. Because these people, this company, man, is so freaking stupid, man. They don't know how to use their talent. They don't know how to use their talent to their best. They never give anybody else any opportunities. They push who they want to push. They don't care about the fans. They don't care about their fans. They don't care about their wrestlers. They don't care about the people that work for them. So why would you want to work for the WWE? If you're a wrestler or anybody that want to go, to be a part of the business, why would you want to go to WWE? They don't care about you, man. If you listen to everybody that left WWE, they will tell you that it is like a prison. They'll tell you that it was like a prison. If you go back and watch that Jon Moxley vignette when he left WWE, it was him escaping prison. Same thing with Buddy Murphy or Buddy Matthews. It was a prison vignette. It's like a prison, man. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. So why should you care about them if they don't care about you? You're just a number, man. You're just a number. You're just a number to them. They don't care about you. They don't care about you. So why should you go to that company? You're like, yes, it's always been a dream. It's always been a dream to go to WWE, but WWE is not the place. It's not the place for anybody. It is not the place for you. It is not the place for you. They're not going to book you the right way. They don't care about professional wrestling. They care about sports entertainment. That's all they care about. They don't care about pro wrestling. They look down on pro wrestling. They freaking monopolize the pro wrestling business. But yeah, man, that's all I got to say about it, man. That's freaking ridiculous, man. That is freaking ridiculous. But it's their loss. It's their loss in somebody else's gain. It is their loss in somebody else's gain. But yeah, that was it, man. That was it with the releases, man. My thoughts on the releases. But yeah, these people, they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. They're going to find a place. They're going to find a new home. They're going to find a new home. They're going to find a place where they will be respected. They're going to get a chance to shine. They will get a chance to shine. They will be able to do what they couldn't do in WWE. They won't be scripted. They will have an opportunity to do whatever the hell they want to do. Everything that they wanted to do in WWE but couldn't do it, they could do it now. Now that they're free from WWE. But yeah, man. Best of luck to them. Best of luck to everybody that got released. Best of luck to them. And yeah, man. That's all I have to say about the releases, man. And yeah, man. That was it, man. That was it with the review, Impact Wrestling review. And that was it with my thoughts on the WWE releases, man. And yeah, man, if you like this video, man, hit the thumbs up, man. Hit the thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel, if you're watching D Ryan Awesome Show for the first time ever, hit that subscribe button. And then right next to that subscribe button, there's a bell. Make sure you click on that bell so you'll be the first ones to know when my next video is uploaded, because I'm here each and every single week, man. I'm here on Wednesdays for AEW Dynamite, Thursdays for Impact Wrestling, Fridays for AEW Rampage, and then Saturdays and Sundays are for our pay-per-views, man. WWE pay-per-views, AEW pay-per-views, and Impact Wrestling pay-per-views. So I'm here. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, and comment down below, man. Tell me how you felt about this episode of Impact Wrestling, and tell me about your thoughts about the releases, man. And yeah, man, if you missed anything, man, if you missed last week's review of Impact Wrestling, the video is going to be right up here in this corner. The video is going to be right up here in this corner, and the link to that video will be down below in the description. And so make sure you click up here, or you can click down below in that link that's in the description. And yeah, man, follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. Follow me on Twitter at Ryan Awesome Show. And yeah, man, I'll see you guys on Friday for AEW Rampage. See you guys for AEW Rampage. And yeah, man, and once again, guys, thank you for the love and the support for the show. Thank you, and thank you, man. I appreciate it. And so, yeah, man, and this has been the Ryan Awesome Show. Take care, stay safe, and don't forget to be awesome. And that's that.